That's awesome. And now I pull it free.
First technique.
That's the first technique, push, pull, twist. Now what would I do? Drive off him, try to scramble. Ultimately, I want to get to my feet. But this gets you in a lot better position with him directly on top of you, right? Same thing, but he holds on to the pistol when I do that. I'm here, I drive, he holds on. Now look at this. Tap, rack, right? Thanks. Unorthodox, but it can work all the way up. Do it. Good. If you roll all the way over like this, that's fine. That may happen. Launches him off, comes over with him, gets to his feet, tap, rack, assess. That's freaking picture perfect. Right? That's ideal. Now, if he doesn't let go, if you don't have enough strength to buck him off, there's all kinds of weird things that can happen. But once you get him extended, where he's off balance, then you should be able to pull and twist your gun free or pry your gun free by putting your hand underneath. Remember, even from the ground, there's no magical thing that happens. You still have to tap, rack, and assess, even though you're in an awkward position to do so.
You got to launch off that leg.
Launch me. There.
Right.
I'm still.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're here, right? And we're doing this, and Jake has jiu-jitsu background and stuff, has some idea what he's doing on the ground. He says, yeah, but I'm not going to allow you to do that because I know that's going to take my balance. I'm going to try to direct the gun into you down more like this as opposed to that way. That's fine. You just do the same thing, and what it does is it has a greater chance that you're going to end up on top of him just like you did. So it's not going to be that you separate as cleanly if the guy holds the gun tight to you. It's almost going to be more advantageous for you on your back if he does do that, because you're going to be sweeping him. So I have both hands on the gun. What I demonstrated before is bringing my feet up, driving off my left foot, and twerking my body to kind of bridge and do that.
Right. Now
what Jake is saying is, well, I don't want you to do that.
Okay. If there was no gun in play, do you mind?
Yeah.
If there was no gun in play, the first thing he wants to do is shift my weight that way or this way.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And I know as soon as my weight shifts, I'm going to end up upside down.
Okay.
This is actually much easier to get him off you when there is a gun that he's holding.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to compress straight down, and I'm shrinking my body.
So what are you doing? You're pushing the gun towards his nose?
And I'm doing the same thing, and what that does is we just stay connected. Now, I would be on top of him still, and then here I have leverage, so I would eventually pry that free. Now,
Is pounding my head into the ground, right?
Okay.
All right. The space is not a horrible thing because you're not really doing a tiny thing like this. You're doing this. Oh, that's it.
Okay. So you're filling
Like,
all that
I'm doing
space.
this. Yep.
Yeah, so you're filling all that
If they know what
space.
they're doing, they're going to sit on you and sit high. If they know
Yeah, they're going to sit on your armpits, not on your hips.
That's why I was crawling up and putting my knees in his armpits and my butt here.
Gotcha.
and even if you don't have a bridge or a, whatever you want to call it, a buck that's that clean, that's that good, that's that effective, the fact that he is holding onto your gun, unless he lets go, in which point you have the gun, you know?
Having the gun in play made it even better because when I bucked him, his center of gravity was over his hips, right? When you're fighting over the gun with me, imagine I'm laying down, your center of gravity's here, and I'm in control of it.
Left foot driving him this way, hold on to it. Now, if I want to pry free, it becomes more see what I mean? It becomes more problematic for me to get to my gun. Remember with the clinch we talked about being on our gun side, right? This is like, in other words, his head is on my gun side, this way. You see that? My head is not. Same thing we talked about with the clinch. So up.
So now when you...
Here, if we go to the other side, boom, right? My head is there too, so I can pry more easily. And also it's easier to shoot like this than it is like this from the other position.
Where was that pry at?
Here.
Okay.
Boom. I would try to pull it free like that.
Well, let's say
if I couldn't, and if he holds on, then the pry, again, this isn't sophisticated, it's just adhering to that concept. He holds on. I release my right hand, and I just start prying just like this.
Okay,
Did I just muzzle myself?